Lets it go with a 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
The pass to Horford. And it's sent back by Bogut. Got a piece of it. 3 for Caspi. Atlanta with the rebound. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
And you know, Greg, in that blowout loss that you were alluding to, it was the turnovers that really did them in. You can't give possessions away like that and expect to win.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Atlanta. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Jeff Teague. New Orleans also making some changes. Olynyk is checked in for Bogut. And Nick Young is subbed in for Clarkson. Horford, no luck.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
DeRozan passes to Olynyk. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Olynyk's got 5.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Last season, we saw Al Horford rounding back into form. Good to see that after what had been his second season-ending pectoral muscle tear back in late 2013.
Exactly. I mean, the Hawks just had to bide their time while their best player was out. You saw once he returned, though, he makes a big difference for him.
Splitter is checked in for the Hawks. Hardaway comes in for Kyle Korver. And New Orleans also making a change. That's checked in for Casper. And it's Schroeder missing. Pelicans trail by 8.
And for me, Horford, one of the most unappreciated stars in the league. When he's healthy, he's every bit the franchise player because he really has no weakness. He does pretty much everything well on the floor.
Here's Olynyk. Atlanta with the rebound. Horford's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. Crisp pass into the paint.
And Horford, I mean, this guy does it all on the floor. But for me, his leadership, that's one of those real intangibles. And he's unselfish, all about his teammates and completely focused on winning. So when your best player has that commitment, it has to rub off on the other players.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Here's Hardaway. They shoot again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Horford having just a fantastic game. 9 points and 1 steal as well. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. Young dishes to Olynyk. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Here's Schroeder. He's got 12. Out to Hardaway. 4 on the shot clock. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist from Hardaway. And 12 points for Al Horford.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
The Hawks have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Atlanta.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And so here is New Orleans. They trail by 7. Good.
This guy's really heated up this quarter, starting to percolate. That's his third in the period after being shut out in the first quarter.
Now Schroeder. He feeds it to Splitter. That is good. Splitter's got 8 points.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Pelicans trail by 6. And Young kicks to Olynyk. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
We've got 1:48 left here in the second. Green, the pass to Olynyk. The kick out to Young. And the 3 off target. The Hawks leading by 5. Now here's Schroeder. He's got 12. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for New Orleans. And Olynyk kicks to Stevenson. Young with no one around. Again, Young missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
And Holiday, here we go. Great D that time from Davis.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Young from outside. Offensive rebound.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Prince dishes to Schroeder, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
He misses the free throw.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Young. Fires from deep. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Olynyk.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Schroeder up top. He's covered by Clarkson. Schroeder passes to Splitter. With 4 seconds on the clock. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Splitter's got 12. Here's Clarkson. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 slot.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
T kicks to Korver, and it's sent back by Bogut, and they'll keep possession. Outside, Davis. Korver against DeRozan. Fades. And stolen by Horford. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And here's Sefolosha for three. Another three for Atlanta.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Launches a three. The shot is off. Korver with the defensive effort. Atlanta leading by 12. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's his first foul. To the paint. Sefolosha's shot is good. Sefolosha's got 5 points in the quarter.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
And that one good from Clarkson.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Teague dishes to Horford. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 16 points for Al Horford.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside. And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And the Hawks making a change here. Splitters checked in. Davis. Rebounded by the Hawks. Sefolosha's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. Number 5, the Hawks.
You know, it's interesting when you look at this team, Kevin. I mean, they found a way to get their whole team to knock down free throws at a consistent level. I mean, a team that can't make free throws, that's a huge liability and one you don't want to deal with. They'd like to repeat their success at the line this year. Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Splitter sets a screen. Here's Korver, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And, guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta. Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Teague kicks to Korver. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 5 assists in the game. On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg, he did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clarkie won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And, Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it's worked well for the Hawks.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Atlanta leading by 9. To the middle, it's stolen by Davis. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Davis has got the ball.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Korver passes to Sefolosha. Just 5 on the clock. Horford, no luck. Pelicans trail by 7. Outside, Davis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Jeff Teague.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Green's checked in. You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
Clarkson kicks to Davis, lets it go from deep, and that one's good. Davis has got 20 points.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
There's a screen. Cephalosha dishes to Korver. DeRozan passes to Davis. Here's Clarkson. No good on the triple. The Hawks leading by 5. Cephalosha kicks to T. Here's Splitter, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Well, let's take a look at where New Orleans ended up rank-wise in the league last year, Kevin. First in blocks, 4th in three-point field goal percentage, and they were top 10 in fewest team turnovers. This team has a number of players that take care of the ball and value every possession.
And that block shot ranking, really something to highlight. Their ability to contest and deny shots around the rim was a tremendous asset defensively.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Hawks were so dominant last year and were the first team to clinch their spot in the postseason.
Hawks also would wrap up the top seed in the East and were able to advance against the Nets in 6 games.
And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist from DeRozan.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Splitter, that's good.
You know, in the second round, the Hawks had a bit of trouble once again with the Wizards. Were able to get by them despite going down 2-1 in that series. It seemed like they were out of gas against the Cavs in the next round.
And really, with the Hawks in the postseason, they just ran out of help. I mean, the Korver injury, the Carroll injury were huge against the Cavs. And when you lose that much talent, you could see why they were swept out of that conference finals. Don't forget, they also lost Cephalosha prior to the playoffs.
Justin Holiday's checked in for the Hawks. And the rejection by Smith. DeRozan against T. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 6 in the quarter.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Holiday dishes to Splitter. 13 feet away. And he overshot that one, missing.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
That puts them in the lead. Green's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pelicans.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
Here's Holiday. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Holiday's got his first basket. The Pelicans shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Here's Stevenson, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games in the DNP seeding. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
And for Stevenson, to his credit, he took the benching in stride. He knew he just wasn't a good fit at times.
Yeah, and his coach, Steve Clifford, was upfront about it, and I thought did a nice job handling that. Clifford said he wanted Stevenson as a Hornet, but just couldn't find a unit with which to make it work.
Here's Schroeder, and the Hawks getting another basket right there. Here's DeRozan. He's got 26. Pass to Olynyk from outside the arc. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound. Prince has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Schroeder. Shoots from the baseline. Shot is no good. Smith with some nice D. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's off from three-point range. Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Stevenson. Here's Splitter. Green with the block. And they're able to recover.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And DeRozan kicks to Stevenson. On the wing, Green, guarded by Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans. Atlanta's shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Here's Prince. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. And that's now 6 points for Prince.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Stevenson inside the three-point line. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Stevenson's got the game tied up here for New Orleans. Atlanta's shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Schroeder passes to Splitter. Takes it off the glass. Splitter's got 16.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Holiday against Stevenson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with the moment, let's check out the stats for Stevenson. Last season's performance for him averaged about 8 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And right now for him, it's about gaining experience and continuing to develop his game.
Well, you know it, Greg. You earn your minutes in this league. He's working at it, and I think more will come with time.
Here's Millsap. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He's got 10.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Up top, DeRozan. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Stevenson. And the shot falls short this time. The Hawks leading. Millsap a screen on Green. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Atlanta calls timeout. Last year, the Pelicans were a team on the rise, making the playoffs. A solid season overall, especially on the road. Really, they sent notice by what they did away from New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, 17 road wins. I mean, you say to yourself, well, that doesn't sound great. But when you're a young, up-and-coming team, one of the things that you can really value is your ability to go into hostile environments and have success. They're going to be building on that confidence.
And that one's good. Millsap.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
The Pelicans trail. Here's Clarkson from deep. And it's Green missing.
As for the Pelicans on the road, I mean, they had the fewest road wins of all the West playoff teams. The franchise hasn't had a winning road record since 2009 when they were the Hornets.
Splitter. Tries again. The shot, no good. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Olynyk can't hit. Atlanta leading by 3. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Caspi, DeRozan out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Bogut, and it's Davis at the force line.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Horford dishes to Millsap. The feed to Schroeder. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Atlanta making a switch here. Teague's checked in. They double him with Horford. And DeRozan kicks to Bogut. Out to the right wing. Outside, Davis. Down low. And finished off by Bogut.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
The three from Cephalosha. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 7th assist in the game. DeRozan against Teague. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Cephalosha's running. Korver, no luck. Pelicans trail by 3. 3 for Caspi. Rebound, Atlanta. Horford's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Cephalosha's shot is good.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Here's Davis. Out to DeRozan. Here's the 3. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Hawks leading by 5. Picked away. The dish now to Davis. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Horford, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Horford's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Passes it to Clarkson, and stolen by Jeff Teague. Dishes it to Korver. Here's Horford. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Clarkson passes to Bogut. Feeds it to Davis. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Davis has got 29. Atlanta leading by 5. Outside Teague. He dishes it to Horford, and he gets it to go. Horford's got 14 points here in the second half.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Caspi for 3. They get it back. Bogut kicks to Clarkson. Shoots the 3, and he gets it to go.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Hawks have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Horford, it's Millsap with the drive. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Clarkson up top. Davis sets a screen. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Teague kicks to Millsap. Cannot hit. Nice D from Bogut.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
The Hawks leading by 3. And Teague, here we go. Here's Millsap. And he makes good on the layup. Millsap's got 4 points this quarter.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb. That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. That's now 8 points in the game for Kyle Korver. And Davis, here we go. Can't cash in from close range.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Here's Teague. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
Now here is Cephalosha. He's guarded closely. Teague with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. The Hawks working the ball around. Shot clock at 5. And Teague, here we go. And it's sent back by Bogut. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Here's Teague. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And again, no good by New Orleans. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Caspi gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Korver against DeRozan, and it's Korver off the drive. And a dunk by Horford.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that leads only love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Teague drives in. You know what?
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
On during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Millsap with the double team. Here's Davis, and the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
From the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end.